Hello and welcome to Östersund, Sweden. Home to many winter sport events. And this week, host to the World Mixed Doubles Curling Championship. It is playoff Friday. 40 teams have become 16 as we now will play only knockout games in the Östersund Arena. And our live coverage game, Japan plays Scotland in the round of 16. My name is Sander Ulvåg. I'm joined by our mixed doubles expert, Kimberly Tuck. Good morning.
Good morning.
And we'll take a look at how all the teams rank after the group play. So we'll see Korea play Finland, 1 versus 16, 2 versus 15, and so on. So our Scotland-Japan game, two very evenly ranked teams, ranked 8 and 9. So they play off. And from here on out, win or lose. For Japan this morning, we have Tsuyoshi Yamaguchi playing alongside Satsuki Fujisawa, their team coach, J.D. Lind. For Scotland, we have Fraser Kingan and Jane Sterling, and Team Scotland with their coach, Judith McCleary. Taking a look at the rules of play, Kimberly.
Each team is made up of 2 players, 1 male and 1 female. Each team also receive 1 pre-positioned stone set up per end. There are 5 stones to play per side, and each game is 8 ends with 22 minutes of thinking time per team. The first thrower will throw stones 1 and 5, while the middle thrower throws 2, 3, and 4. The players can switch positions at the conclusion of an end. No takeouts are allowed until the 4th played stone at the end, and 1 power play is given to each team per game.
Yeah, so those are the rules. Makes for a very exciting game. This discipline making its debut at the Olympic Games this very year in Pyeongchang. Teams just getting ready. They've had their pre-game practice, and because the teams were coming out of different groups, there was a draw shot challenge to determine the hammer for this game. Japan wins that advantage, so Scotland will start. We'll see Japan throwing the red stones. Scotland throws the yellow. So that means we have Jane Sterling ready to throw this first rock.
Yeah, line's good, yeah.
Weight's good.
Yeah.
So it'll be important for Scotland here to get this rock in a good position. We are into the playoffs, and as you said, it is single knockout, so we'll want to get the jitters out early.
Yeah, you'll need to win 4 straight games to become world champion.
Go, go.
Nice shot.
Yeah, nice shot there by Scotland. Good start.
今相手ね8よりちょっと内だけどスイープしてずっとキープしてたからもうちょっと必要だと思う
これ6の 1?
6の1
Satsuki Fujisawa.
That's good. これはいいよ。
Weight's good
ちょっと幅あるがいいよ。曲がってきた。Nice kid. ちょっと幅あるかな。
Japan will be looking to try and get this one frozen down to the yellow.
ちょっと当たるかなちょっと当たるよ
A little bit of a tap's not too bad as long as the angles stay good for them.
Nice shot Nice Okay Nice shot
滑ってるわ。
滑って伸びるめっちゃ最後。相手のも14.6だった。
相手もね、14.6だった。
今どのぐらい？8ぐらい。
ね、ちょっと取っちゃったから多分、ちょっと幅あった。
でも多分俺9かぐらい必要だと思う
kind of middle of trials, I think edge of 8 is probably good.
Fraser Kingan from Dumfries, Scotland, lives in Aberdeen.
Could maybe go away.
Okay, yep then.
Played both the Scottish Junior National Championship,
Oh, let's swing a wee bit.
Mixed Doubles National Championship, and the World Junior Championship at home in
Nice.
Aberdeen. Winning 2 of them, silver at the World Championship.
Hard. Real nice.
ダブルある
An engineering student.
ちょっと落とさないで誰か もで
ああ一応半分しか見えてない
So Japan will be looking to rearrange these angles here. Looking to remove that one off the side of the button.
おお落ちてる落ちてる落ちてる落ちてる
Would like to make the double if they can. Close.
Thank you.
Yeah, gets one yellow going. Yamaguchi.
Bump on nose.
一応3だから
Pretty similar to your last.
Yeah, if we over curl to inside nose and roll
Yeah.
under, it's good.
So Scotland looking to tap freeze
Same way, it's good, yeah.
this yellow stone onto those back red stones you see in the back of the forefoot. Would like to keep their shooter a little under the guard to make it harder for Japan to remove.
Same as your last. It's down a wee touch. Well, it's sitting a wee bit higher.
This one's not curling as much. So I want to leave this as long as they can. See if they can get as much to their yellow as they can.
Double?
Not higher, light.
Yeah, I used took less ice in the last one.
上上がっちゃうから
I'm okay.
あこれだね
あ、これはこの人で
うん早いねいい
うん
8秒
する
うん
I believe Japan's going to attempt this double.
3番だからわかんないけど
That
落ちてはいた
was the first word out of Yamaguchi's mouth.
7秒でいくわ
Pretty thin.
Even if they don't remove the yellow stone that's sitting on the button, if they can even just get it out of the forefoot, that would be a positive result for them.
Works at the Karyusava Ice Park. He also lives and trains with his team. The men's team of Yusuke Morizumi. Does not make the double here.
Would have liked to hit that a little bit thinner, try to get that
Yeah.
yellow cleared past their red stones. Tough shot though. Made some room on the forefoot. They do have hammer.
I think we just go this.
Yes.
Okay, just throw the double off.
No, I don't need to.
次ドローだね。Like to if we make this. Both pretty much buried.
Weight's the same. It's really nice. I think it's there itself. It's there itself, I think. Swing.
I'd like to keep this one in front of the tee though.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Still pretty good result.
微妙だねステイ
うん。
やっぱこっち叩いたら残るね多分ね
Good chance that takes
これ
out
がどう出るからね。
the red stones in the house. Out of
出る
contention
ともいい
here.
けどね。
多分出ないような気がするわここ残っちゃうそしたらここに積まれてドローだね
うん。
ステイ
うん。
9秒これ出しちゃってみるうんそしたら次ここ置いたら
結構落ちてるよ。ちょっとかぶってるよ。
え 10? さっきの感じでいく 10 吐く
あ、10ね。
うん
あ、10ね。
吐くタッ
いや、10でいいと思う。
プ OK
So I think they're just looking to try and play off that yellow on the left side of this button there. A little roll in front of the other yellow would be nice. Just again, trying to make a little bit of room at the back of the button.
まあまあ滑ってるよねここも
滑ってると思う。
Always looking to score more than one when
結構外だよ。
you have the hammer.
おーおー
ウェイトは悪くない
おーおー落ちてる落ちてる落ちてる落ちてる。
This one looks like it's running Really needs to make a move.
チップできる？
おー、まだ薄い、まだチップぐらい。
Outturn.
Good opportunity now for Scotland to put some pressure on Japan early here in the game.
One. Exactly the same as your first one.
狭めぐらいかなと思ったけど、本当曲がってないね。
You just call the line. Okay, line only just now. Line only.
Jane Sterling lives in Edinburgh.
Good.
High school
don't kill it.
math
Line only.
teacher.
Whoa,
I wonder if some of
We're
her
back
students
eight.
might be watching
We
today.
go off the red.
line's good. Whoa, don't
Maybe.
kill it. Swing! Swing!
Coming up a little heavy here. Just wanting to get right to the button, but enough to lie 3 and probably force Japan to take their single. Definitely a missed opportunity though.
Yeah, she gets that top 4, top button. Japan will have a delicate shot for their score and a good opportunity for Scotland to have stolen maybe. But comes a little deep, leaves a nice pocket here for Japan, so as long as the line's good,
ちょっと押すならちょっと
she'll have backing to use.
当たって。
あの赤い石の内側狙うね。
14.4？
うん。
LCD ちょっと滑るか同じぐらい。上でいいよ。
エクステーションないわ。はい、
ちょっとあるよ。
Last stone in this first end.
あるだろうだ。いいよ、曲がってきてる。はい、キー。
Fujisawa just trying to find the button for one.
クリーン。クリーン
ちょっ
じゃない
とあるからね。
クリーン、ギャッ。ギャッ。ギャッ。曲がってる曲がってる。ギャッ。ギャッ。ギャッ。ギャッ。ギャッ。ギャッ。ギャッ。
ワンレッ
Looking pretty good here. That will settle in time.
Thank you.
Sit for one, Japanese fans.
滑ってるよ。
出てんね。
Happy to see that.
試合の中で一番滑ってるよ。
It's 1-0 after one end here in Östersund Arena.
こっち使った。こっち行っみる？
使っててない。今で私でそのね。
そうだね。で、多分。
Taking a good look at all the sheets here in the Östersund Arena. 5 sheets. We have 4 games going on this morning, all knockout games, and we'll have another session later today to conclude the round of 16. All of 8 games, and all the winners will, of course, progress to the quarterfinals.
That's not in the forefoot.
Okay.
So Scotland's going to come around, try to get one in the top of the 4, top of the button area.
Line only.
Whoa. Line's pretty good. Whoa. Whoa.
Oh, back 4. Back 8.
So needing to sit.
多分3番目だからもう滑ってると思う。
OK。
と幅持てそう。幅は結構余裕あるよ。
そうやね、ちょっと弱いから。
ない？幅はだいぶあるよ。だいぶある、だいぶある。台は曲げたい。
Good weight there.
You never bump on nose, it's not awful.
Joints push the line. 14.9.
Just back 4. 結構ね。やべ。
So Scotland looking to bump this red stone back here.
Yeah.
Just a technical timeout by Fraser Kingan. Sometimes there's a faulty handle or just a low battery. Just waiting for an umpire to come over and
Excuse me. That handle's not working.
maybe have a look. So 2 options, either bring the umpire up to the hog line to
Oh,
watch
it's
the
just
throw,
came on, yeah,
or you bring on one of the ice technicians to fix it.
No, it's coming up now. Yeah.
So when you do
Is that
take a
okay?
technical timeout, your
Yep.
clock will stop until you figure out the issue.
So back 4 weight was the call. Wanting to get to as much of the inside of this red stone as they can. This one looking a little warm
Weight's
right
good.
now.
Line's looking better. Still needs to swing up. Yeah, go for the outside. Yeah.
So a technical issue like that is something that could disturb the flow of the game a little bit, but it's just going to happen
Yeah,
from time to time.
Yeah, sometimes I think the players get used to it a little bit the more you play with these type of sensors. It's really important as a player to make sure your handle's working, because if it's not, and you haven't mentioned it before you throw, then it can be removed if they can't find anything wrong with it. So really important to make sure your handle is set.
Something about being able to just mentally reset. Sometimes things happen.
Yeah, that's part of your pre-shot routine, right? When something like that happens, then you go back, do your pre-shot routine all over again, reset. It's important to have a pre-shot routine, same as it is in golf, things, different sports like that, where doing the same thing before every shot. Working hard to get this one down, right down as far as they can, keeping the line.
Here's the coach for Team Japan, J.D. Lin, one of many Canadian coaches in the field. Been working with the Japanese curling program since 2013. Applied and got a job working in Hokkaido. Done a good job as well. I'm sure that's why he's still working there.
Yeah, he seems to work really well with the teams. He's been very good in their timeouts, very thorough with them, and pointing out all the options, all the different shots.
Oh. Hard. Get that one. Go. So good. Should listen to you.
Judith McCleary, coach for Team Scotland. Bit of a mixed doubles player herself.
Yep, her and her husband play a lot of mixed doubles games. play on the World Curling Tour Mixed Doubles Tour.
I believe
バックライン
she lost to this very team in the Scottish National Championship.
多分速いよりはちょっと遅い方がいいよ
OK
I think she's bitter.
I think as a player, you're, I think you're allowed to be a little bit better after the game, but I'm sure she's happy to have been asked to come and coach the team. I'm sure they're happy to have her here as well.
She's represented Scotland twice at this very championship. Made it to the quarterfinals in 2012.
バックアップちょっとあるよちょっとあるよ
まだ外まだ外
Looking to get in off that back one now. Would have liked a little bit more roll, but Reds are starting to conglomerate around the forefoot here, so
If we bump,
Scotland's going to
Yeah,
want to
just
pay
doing that.
attention to their angles.
they stuff it right in the button. Probably just need to bump it, sit there,
Yeah.
and then hope they miss their bump.
I think so. I like the bump, and then we've
Yeah.
always got one sitting there.
Yeah.
And then if they do use
It's either
this,
that, or you try and lift that double, put a bit of pressure on them.
do you like it?
Well, if you can lift that double, we've got loads of counters.
Yeah.
It's not easy though.
As long as you stick around on that side, they're always going to be leaving us.
Yeah, I'll see
Something
what I
to
can see,
use.
but it's just a fraction higher nose is what you want, so
Yeah. Well, wait, normal.
don't mind throwing peel.
Okay.
Yeah, the hair past the guard is there.
So we decided to make a play on this outside red stone here instead of tapping theirs.
Hoping for there to be lots of yellows in there and only one lonely red, and they've managed to do just enough here. Flying second, third, fourth and fifth shot. Japan needs to be treading carefully.
So I think Japan's going to try and hit and roll off this
まずいダブルあるから
あ
4点
ここでもいいのか
こっちの方がいい
outside yellow stone. That was left here by Scotland. Really close on that one. Just needed to come up a little bit more.
まあ遅くて内側にロールするのは悪
It's
くない
really
と思う
enough in the game that it's
9
not.
半多分曲がってこないから9半10でもいいような気がするけど
9半10どんぐらい狭すぎ
Looking for a little hit and roll in
あっち
here.
は
合ってないちょっとじゃあ幅取るよ
いや、上がってないと思うんだけど、
9半 10?
俺のさっきのそっちに上がったら
I'd like to get this one
9半
for second shot if they can.
おおおお
10おクリーイェーイェーイ
Oh, wants to sit.
OK ナイスナイスショット
So does sit two. I'd like to hit that one a little bit thicker to try and keep her shooter around on the top of the
I think so too.
forefoot area
Then you're
there.
just stuffing, and even
Yeah.
if you do that, you're probably stuffing it
Yeah,
there.
stopping on that.
Hits that a little thicker, then catches that top yellow a little thicker as well, and we'll leave their shooter sitting a little higher in the house.
カメラマン過ぎたあたりから
ちょっと絞ったね。
ぐわー曲がった。
Sound like Scotland just draw for one here.
危なっ。
Does look like the slash on the two reds is there
多分出
to
だし
score
で。
three.
すげえ外投げたなと思った。
Pretty tough
出だし
one.
でこんぐらい出てて。
I think it's pretty important for Scotland to score here, so
You got it.
whatever they feel is their best option for that. She does have backing with that in-turn draw, but looks like they're playing the out-turn tap.
Yeah, not really needing to move this yellow very far. If
Nope.
they know this path,
Go go.
it's pretty much just draw weight. But big sweep early.
Has to be careful. If she doesn't have enough weight, they're going to lose the line on this.
Go go hide hide.
So going hard for, oh,
2.
2. Sorry, sweetheart. Hey, watch.
That is a steal of 2 for Japan. Jane Sterling coming up well short on that draw. Playing the safer shot, not paying off. Always feels
Fucking close.
a bit bad. So it's a 3-0 lead for Japan, but so much curling left in this one.
そうだね。
Satsuki Fujisawa and Team Japan with a bit of a stronghold on Scotland already through 2 ends. They're up by 3, but we know in mixed doubles curling there's going to be some high-scoring ends. You don't feel safe, almost never, in mixed doubles, especially when there's 6 ends left to play.
Yeah, lots of game left here for Scotland. So it'll be important for Jane to shake that one off, regroup, trust her delivery, trust her ability, get this one in a good position. Having a great tournament. Those are good numbers for mixed doubles.
Yeah, line's good. Yeah, go line. Whoa, line's fine. Way only.
Finished with a 6-1 record in their group.
Yeah, you're really good.
Only lost to Sweden.
You're really good. Hard on it. Hard on it.
Oh, come on.
タップ、バックライン11ぐらいからほぼかぶってるわ。
Yeah.
これまっすぐな方ね。
So a little bit of a rub there, but weight was really good for Jane.
3分の1かぶってるぐらい。
Yeah.
11ね。
うん。
10、11。
11.
So Japan will be looking to make a little bit of a play on this here, wanting to get as much to the inside of that Yellowstone as they can. Again, great numbers here for Toyoshi. Side is definitely curling.
What do you think? Corner freeze that?
Yeah, definitely.
Just looking elsewhere in the arena, we see Russia is up 4-0 on Norway after 2 ends of play. It's all tied between Sweden and China, 2 points each.
Pulls up short.
While Korea is up all of 5-0 on Finland.
Did you
So
take in your one?
those are the scores, along with
Slightly outside edge of it.
Japan
Stone's still doing that.
up 3-0 over Scotland. All these teams, all the winners of these games, will make it to the quarterfinals.
Excuse me.
So just checking this rock again here. So
Okay,
This stone's still.
I feel like
Straight up.
if I was
Stone on.
Fraser here, I think I would, throw another stone and let the ice tech come out and change the handle out.
5 yellow, not working.
I'll just play a different stone.
Stone just
Right.
now. We'll
throw a
play a
different
different
stone.
one just now.
What
So-
did you say
At the
to-
same time, I feel like
Just outside edge of 8.
Kingen is a little frustrated and a little stressed. almost might want to take that time to get that check to just calm down and
Wait, it's really nice.
maybe have a wee
Stop
break.
it. Couldn't
But
go.
wanting to get right back into the action here and make some shots.
So both players sweeping this one here.
Oh, Jesus.
It's just running a wee bit. Stay close. Yeah, go. Oh.
Perfect weight, just like
Yeah.
Carl.
Looking to get that one right down to the face of the, or to the corner freeze on that red, I believe. So leave opportunity here now for Japan to try and remove a couple of stones.
Come on.
なんだっけ。
あ、そっちだ。
あ、俺だ。
インター、アウター。
いた。ちょっと内側ね、芯より。
ちょっと曲がるかな。
So gets 2 out of play, does make a jam back in the back of the forefoot.
I think that's just a bit easier.
I think you'll get the draw there.
I know, if I ever leave it here, they know it's
Yeah.
a lot and make a double line.
I'd like to see the shooter stay just a little more open so they can use it again. It does roll under just a bit, but should have access to it should they need it.
今どの辺にやった？
今芯。
芯？へえ。
It's difficult for them to get to this. They were up running one of these.
It's normal. Don't mind.
So playing hit and roll here.
Close.
Just normal.
Yeah. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, it's hanging a wee bit. You're just on nose. Maybe get a wee inside.
Sweeping that.
You can.
ドロー？
Close to
そ
getting
れからロール？
うん。ドローでもいいけど、いいよ。
あいつ2点目は今きついもんね。どっち
うん
みち。
So Japan's looking to play
そんなもんだよ。
the little hit and roll.
今相手ここで。
They also have the draw open to them as well.
9.4。
10秒ぐらい。
They may have lined up the slash double. I'm not sure I'm a fan of that. It's a pretty high, low percentage shot.
Yep. Green. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, no. Up.
Just
Stay
looking
down.
for the hit and roll, I think. Good call.
Green.
Those hits fine too. Does leave Scotland with an opportunity to play the same shot.
weight.
Yeah.
I like that.
Did you ever consider just drawing around?
Yeah, I kind of like the draw. You've got a bit of a stagger
Is that
guard up
left
top
side?
there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Might be worried that Japan's
Draw
going
we
to play
hit
that
one.
run back on
Half
that red
stone's
stone
fine
just off
here.
center
Yeah.
line, but
Don't even mind tightening up a touch more.
Yeah.
I think if I'm Scotland, I like playing the draw in there, maybe putting a little bit more pressure on Japan having to make that.
Yeah, you have to try the run back. They missed, you score a 3. It's a tied game.
Yeah.
And if they, if at best they do make the top one, you might have a draw for 2. It's important for Scotland to score in this end, I think.
Again, close, but just too thin. Rolls out. Still lying 1 though, covered.
Up.
割れちゃったら簡単だよね。
Just tighten up the ice. Do a bit less weight. Just got it moving a bit too much.
Yeah, it might have been a little bit harder shot than they needed to play.
Fraser did have a draw coming up on the intern that didn't finish for him, so maybe thinking he'd have a hard time getting buried, but I don't think that's been a huge issue this week.
Nope.
Either turn, either sheet.
Yeah, we've seen lots of curl.
もうちょいもうちょい11いいと思う1投目ぐらいちょっと上げるちょっと最後止まって
See if Fujisama can make that draw. Really coming around her own red. Ideally freeze that yellow. At the very least, try and shrink the scoring area for Scotland to get in for 2.
Working hard on this one. Just getting out that little bit wider. Wanting to keep going on it though. Try to keep the path a little bit blocked so that Scotland has no choice but to play that out turn draw.
One's good, two's better.
Yes. Should be 4 foot.
Try my hardest.
So needing a piece of the 4 for her 2.
Yeah. Let me know how you like the way.
Okay.
The very quickest this week. It's been probably around 14 and a half.
Yeah, I think we saw 14-6, 14-7, so
Yeah, line!
Maybe around the 14 mark early on in this game.
So the hog-to-hog clock we've got running here, again, is the time of the running stone going down the sheet, and it's the time taken of the stone between the hog lines. Allows the curlers to get a feel for what the weight of the ice is.
14-2 is quick enough, but maybe too quick. Slips too far. Seemingly pretty fast already here in the third end and this morning draw.
Line call.
Only 1 for Scotland.
I didn't hear a line call from like halfway up.
Some miscommunication between the Scots on this one.
I thought you'd heard of that.
Japan leads it 3-1.
Okay, that's
make
fine.
it clear.
Okay, I thought I had, sorry.
Because I didn't know, I was still sweeping because
Okay,
I was trying to judge it myself and I had to judge the line and the weight.
I called it, you just didn't hear me.
Well, you know, he called it about a third of the way up. He didn't call it after that.
I did.
He didn't. I never, well.
I know. No, it's fine. 1, 2. Yes.
We're in the Östersund arena in Östersund, Sweden, the 22nd most populous city in the country, but home to a wide variety of winter sports, including cross-country skiing, biathlon. Also now hosting a pretty good football team, soccer team.
Yeah, they had a game here during the week.
Unfortunately, they lost, having a tough start to the season, but actually beat one of the top teams in the English Premier League.
It was cool that they're literally across the parking lot.
Pretty new facility here. The World Junior Curling Championships that was hosted in 2012. It was hosted in Setthallen, if I remember that correctly. And that is no longer. But here we have a couple of ice rinks, gymnastics hall.
Yeah, the gymnast area, gymnasium, has been very busy this week with different age groups going through, and all the equipment out there. It looks like a pretty good place to take lessons.
Definitely a place for sports, Östersund. And
I believe when we landed, they've got something set up at the airport. They have a skiing event coming up in 2019, I think, maybe.
next year they'll be hosting the World Championship in biathlon.
Oh, excellent.
So I'm very proud to have sporting events coming here. So for the World Mixed Doubles Curling Championship to come here this year, it's a good fit, and they've put on a good event. Lots of good teams, and the ice has been really consistent. And while getting that huge swing and curl late finish that you want for this discipline.
Yeah, we need to go for weight, I think. That's good.
So only down 2, Scotland is. Still lots of game left. Just need to try and get some stones in some good positions here and try and get something set up.
At all.
They are a little bit on the wrong side of the inch so far, Scotland. That is true. They've just been nicking stones. Not catching too many breaks yet. Well, that momentum can quickly change.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Green, whoa. Get, whoa. Whoa.
Nice double by Tsuyoshi Yamaguchi.
Yeah, he'll be happy removing that backing even.
He'll play a lot of those shots for his men's team,
Yeah.
playing second.
Normal.
You wonder if that's a pretty good combination to have
Barrier.
a second player throwing those middle rocks with the upweight ability and also being a strong sweeper, but then you have a Satsuki Fujisawa who's a skip, can really call the game and make those draws both on the first and last stone.
Yeah, it's a great combination to have for sure.
Is that okay?
He's very good at judging weight,
Yeah, don't be too cute with the
good
guard.
at sweeping. She's got all the line calls, all the angles.
Also, she's used to throwing that last stone
Yep.
under pressure.
Yeah, it can, if you're not used to it, you know, being a second or a third or a lead even, it takes some getting used to. And again, it's a lot of pressure on all these shots in mixed doubles.
Just hit the nose. That's fine.
That's all we can do, really.
Yeah.
相手今11だっ
OK。11。
た。うん。
I wonder if you might see Japan try and roll away here. Definitely don't want to roll in and leave two reds staggered. Gets the nose. You might have the slash double for Scotland.
Think so. It's pretty. A half stone.
Yeah.
Even quarter should be good. I think it's all we can play.
I think so, yeah. Peel.
Yep.
So looking to peel these out. Shooter won't stay. Leave an open draw here for Japan. We do have hammer. No sweeper on this one.
Hard. Whoa, whoa.
Should be pretty close. Nice double by Fraser Kingen.
Oh, the Japanese fans are now cheering. Trying to maybe boost some positivity onto the ice there.
So very few stones in play for a mixed doubles end. Just a center guard.
Good, good.
the pre-position stone. A blank doesn't help you very much in mixed doubles curling. In the men's or women's game, you might have seen Japan just peel that center guard, blank the end, retain the advantage of last stone, but that doesn't work here. You blank the end, you lose that hammer.
Even if you come top button, it's okay.
Yeah.
Just all on the line.
So important for Jane here to get this one in for shot stone and undercover as much as she can. Just saw
the best shot. Think if it comes
Toyoshi's stone come
right
down
bit,
this
they can
line,
bounce it.
so hopefully they've
If we're not to it, I'll try and leave it like top 8.
clocked it and have some information to use here.
This would be the very same path. She came up short, facing 2 in the second end. Just maybe call it a wrong path, filled up way short.
Oh, she's going to play the other turn.
Ah, okay.
It's all right. We'll get a time on this side of the sheet here.
The weight's good.
Line's good. Yeah, go a wee bit. Yeah, go line.
So we see the clock running here.
Go line. It's really nice.
14-2 should be pretty close to back 8. That's what she threw in the third end, coming up a little heavy.
Yeah.
So all the way here. Line looks good.
Plan B, just get this buried.
So good weight there.
It leaves it directly in front of that red stone. Makes it not super easy for Fujisawa to remove and score 2, but definitely possible.
Yeah, she'll be just playing a back line type shot here probably. Object 1 is to make sure she scores, so she'll want to just make sure she gets down to that yellow stone. And bonus to get her 2, but I think they'll be first thinking to make sure they get their 1.
Is it easier to come on the inside here or catch the high side?
Well, it does curl a lot, so you could play the in turn here and come across. We did see Jane's come out the other side. They've played a couple down this side, though, so they probably feel they might know this one a little bit better. A little bit of a soft release here, so want to play this tight to the guard.
I think they're trying to catch the high side of this yellow. Punch it to the right. That's what
nice shot.
they'll do. Yamaguchi is fired up. Japan scores 2. Increasing their lead. It's a 5-1 game, and that is 4 ends played already. We're at half-time. These games go past so quickly, but still time to do it for Scotland.
Much needed timeout, so teams will reset for the next 4.
Oh, that was good early sweep. That was nice.
Second end, Japan scored 1 in the first. Scotland looking to tie it up. Playing a little tap on their own, but the stone just perhaps catching a slow pass, pulling up short. Japan steals 2 and a 3-0 lead. In the third, Scotland lying 1. Jane Sterling this time drawing to score 2, but some miscommunication on the sweep, and this slips just a tad too far. Just a 1 for Scotland.
Still sweeping, trying to avoid the red.
Sorry, I thought you'd heard of that. I said it was all yours.
Listen to keep it.
In the fourth, Jane Sterling finds the button, but leaves enough room for Satsuki Fujisawa to try and punch this out and sit for 2. Great team shot by Japan as they snag a 5-1 lead through 4 ends of play. And taking a look at the percentages, it's been pretty close. Japan has a bit of an edge. They've just been making the key shots, I'd say. A couple of missed last ones from Jane Sterling, both in the second and third end. And of course, Fujisawa making a great one in the fourth for that 2. Means that it's a 5-1 game. Right back in action here. Japan, Scotland in the Östersund Arena World Mixed Doubles Curling Championship. Japan is up 5-1, so Scotland will now use their power play. They get to move these stones to the side, get a corner guard and a stone in behind. Fujisawa trying the tech shot, I believe. Yeah, she was probably trying to push that guard into the rings and roller shooter, but a little bit wide, so decides to go for the back one. Good heads up line call there. As long as they don't remove that back one out of play, it's still a good shot. We've seen that being a plan B for many teams this week. Yep. You miss the guard, you can at least try and push that back stone into the open.
Yellow. Yellow.
Short.
Yeah, go high. High, then you're good. Go, you've got it, drag it. Go. You've got it.
Good sweep by King in here, really dragging this one. Will find cover, fully buried. Nice draw.
Okay.
Good start there by Jane.
それかフリーズするセンターのに。
いやー、びっくりいいと思う。
So Japan not able to hit yet.
ハックぐらい。
ハックよりちょっと上げた。
Good numbers here by Toyoshi. Looking to play the rock in the house. Try to push it over towards the other one. Give them the opportunity to play a double on their next. If it over curls and they get the guard, they'll be happy with that as well. Good shot there.
I like that.
And once it crosses centre, it will finish.
Yeah. No, you should get a nice finish in there. Do you ever mind going the other hand?
Could, it's just really tricky, like that wide out.
Yeah. No, I like this. It's just a thought.
I just don't really know the line that far out.
Yeah. No, go for this. I
kinda know
like
this.
this.
Edge of 8.
Yeah, that's good.
Good numbers here from Fraser.
Go, go hard.
It's grabbed.
Go, go as hard as you can. Okay, good stop.
Just hoping for this to get a good finish across the centre line. He's really digging in now. Look at that. Late finish.
Really nice.
Beautiful draw. Scotland playing really well in this fifth end. Perhaps that break doing them some good.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach McCleary had some words to calm the team down and get them refocused for the second half.
Oh, 11時近い。
はいはいはいピー、いやはいはいイエスイエスイエス
Yeah. What weight do you like?
Nice hit and roll there by Japan.
Yeah. As long as you're on this side of it, you're good.
Scotland does have the hammer and again are in this power play situation. So the end's setting up pretty nice here for Scotland right now.
Yeah.
Good to hit and roll away.
Yeah. Yeah. Hide. Hide. You're really good. Yeah. Yeah. Go. 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 Oh. 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 That held really well. Oh.
Yes, 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 yes. Okay, yes, 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 yes. More, more, yes, yes, yes. Come on. Double. ここだ。ここだとリズ
Yeah.
ム。
No. I was kind of. You're trying.
Figured there though.
No. It's really nice.
So it sticks around. Jane playing the role aggressive.
Yeah, so
Try to make sure that that shooter doesn't stay in the 4-foot area.
2点でいくないこのやつ。
でもノーズしてノーズしたら3点なんだね。
なんで勝ってるじゃん赤。
あ、本当だ。
If that sits for third, you probably see Yamaguchi play the double on the back two yellows, but he's playing the nose hit
ち
here.
ょっとここ曲がると。
Trying to set up a little bit of backing in the 4-foot maybe. Give them something to freeze to on their last. Try and cut Scotland down maybe.
Yep. Green.
Just hoping for a better opportunity at a hit and roll.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. I see.
Yeah.
Scott looking to roll
See, we are
away
good.
now.
Same way.
Gonna roll under. Want to make sure this stays for second shot.
Yep.
Is that looking okay?
Yep, should be fine.
Jana want to make sure she's hitting enough of this rock to stick around, but also wanting to make sure she gets the roll away from the 4-foot area.
Oh. Stay close.
Just barrier.
Stay close. Oh. Oh, it needs to swing a bit.
Let's go for nose.
Oh. Yeah. 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 For nose.
Someone to go under and
Yeah.
losing the freeze.
That's about what Japan was hoping for, really. Now they get the chance to play the hit and roll and underneath cover. Even if you make the roll, though, you could potentially leave a shot for three.
Does our yellow eye head to go red?
さっきホグぐらいからちょっと曲がりそうだった？
うん、ちょっと曲がって最後。3分の2ぐらいから曲がった。 ウェイトいいよ。
おー、わーわーわー。おー、わー。おー。おー。
OK。ナイスショット。
Nose.
Okay, so nose hit for Scotland here to pick up their 2.
Nose. What way are you throwing?
Just my normal.
Okay.
Is that okay?
You won't need too much ice.
No, I don't think so.
So what do you think?
Last stone of this 5th end. Scotland playing a good power play end here. Want to finish
Really good. Go, go.
with a good nose hit here for 2. This one's grabbing some curl early. Will it be enough to sit in time? Gets a little rub off the roan. But slides too far. Only 1 for Scotland. Again, missed opportunity for Jane Sterling and Fraser Kingan. They'll trail by 3 to Japan.
We've got it. We've got it.
Keep playing like this with not.
こっちがまだちょっと持ってそう。こっちが使ってないもんね。相手が。
Team Scotland will get us started in the 6th end. The power play end in the 5th. Not working out as they were hoping for, only scoring the 1. Down by 3 to Japan, and Jane Sterling coming up a little bit heavy here with the first one.
Oh.
Do you ever try and play defensively now? You're Japan 3 up, 3 ends to go, or do you still just have to push on because of the mixed doubles and its rules?
Yeah, I think you have to push on. I think you can take the opportunity to remove rocks when you get the chance, but I think in most cases you're still, the strategy doesn't change too much with the lead. The way the rules are set up with the pre-positioned stones and not being able to remove anything until the 4th played stone lends for lots of rocks in play anyway.
曲がってる？
前はいいよ。はい、スキー。ちょっと余裕あるよ。前は完璧。あ、ちょっとオーバーパールぐらい。
Nice
weight there by Fujisawa.
Taking another look around Östersund Arena, we'll see Russia up 6-1 on Norway after 5 ends played. Sweden leading 7-2 over China, also 5 ends played. And Korea really looking good, playing Finland, scored another 4 in the 5th, leading it 9-3.
Yep. Is the ice okay?
Yep.
Some surprisingly lopsided games this morning.
bit more nerves when it's single knockout.
Yeah, some pretty tight games on paper.
Close. Yeah,
This one being the closest.
Weight's good.
Our future game, Japan-Scotland.
Hide! Hide! Hide!
One put the inside.
Hide, hide, hide.
Oh. The inside roll's good.
That's nice. Good throw.
前払う前払うなとヒール
Good shot there by Scotland.
スイープお願いします
I think now we'll see a defensive call from Japan.
Yep.
Sounded to me that Yamaguchi has to just peel the center guard.
あ打った
Just make sure they score in this end, perhaps.
Yep. They'll be wanting to make sure they score.
グリーングリーン
Pretty bread and butter shot for Tsuyoshi.
狙った方がいいと思うけどポケットにはなっちゃった
なってるね
Time.
Out turn, yeah.
私は400と同じかほぼ
そうだねそれよりは3分の1ぐらいこっちにある
Wait's really nice. Halfway.
Hey, don't kill the line just now.
Halfway.
Looking to guard this here.
And then. Very good. You've got to move in. You've got to move in. Go, 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 go. Right on the center. Right on the center.
It's good enough.
That's good, yeah.
多分ジャムすると思うわピールする多分そしたらこれ当たる
出すかこれであ
それジャ
でもこうだ
ムしちゃうよ多分
あら早いんです
So a little bit of that showing. I think Japan's looking to pick this here, playing it tight. If they get the guard, they get the guard.
それか前からだよねあとあるのが
じゃあ糸も直接
We'll
狙
leave
って
Scotland the opportunity to come around again if they don't remove the guard.
割と薄いは薄いかな
Good shot. Scotland now has the opportunity, though, to get one in a little bit better undercover here. Needing to be full four for shot.
The playoff bracket is set.
In.
The winner of this game would play the winner of Korea-Finland.
Position as well.
So looking to get this one undercover as much as they can and shot.
So close. Yeah, go, go. Oh, yeah.
Nicely done, undercover. And shot stone.
タップかいああ後ろ多分ジャムはするよそしたら相手ワンになるけどいいかい
うんいいと思うどっちか
Make a play on it, or they can peel the guard and see if Scotland can get
いいと思う
a guard put back up. We have seen it's been difficult to get guards in the right spot out here due to the curl.
ジェマイピールは一応ないよね
え
マイピールはないね
いやあるけど狙ってピールするならどっちでも
OK。10ね。
So we're gonna play this tight so that if they over curl here, that they'll get the guard. Don't want to miss everything.
Yeah.
Let's good! Let's good!
3, yeah.
Let's good! Let's good! Thank you, thank you.
Same again.
Yep, top button. Line 2. Put some pressure on them.
That's exactly it. Chance for Scotland now to try and force a
What ice
mistake
did
from
you take?
Fujisawa.
What ice did you take?
Yeah, I think I might have liked
middle
to
of
see
12.
Japan peel that guard and force Scotland into
That was
putting
pretty
up a
soft, so
better
you can-
Yeah.
guard
I
on
don't mind
their
if we're a wee bit out.
Yeah.
last one. So here leaves the guard and allows Scotland now to
I think I'll take like
sit 2.
a third into the 12.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, let me know either way so I can.
I'll do.
Kind of a shot where it has to be perfect. You're a little deep. You leave the button open for Japan. You leave it short.
Way's good.
Japan could
Line's good.
make a move on that shot stone in the back 4, maybe
Oh.
score a couple.
Line's really good. Oh,
Line only.
oh. Where are we?
Looking warm.
Oh,
Starts to make a move though. She might get away with it here.
oh.
Have to line 2, but what is left for Japan?
Should you make enough room there that Japan can play a double on these?
9とかじゃなくて。いや、8。
Might be close.
毎回見る
Potentially. Question is it worth the risk, or you just take your one?
当たんないと多分ね、当たっちゃうんだよ。OK。
Sounds to me they're going for it. A 9, I heard.
Not surprised, actually. These guys do tend to weigh the risks out, and we've seen her make some great ones. But essentially, a big score here would bode well to putting them towards moving on to the next round.
金じゃ手前。
They'll play this cautiously, I would imagine, making sure they at least score their one.
まっすぐ。
Could be for 2 or 3. Yeah, probably hard to avoid the jam on the back red. But still a couple of other reds in there. Cannot catch the guard though. Getting close. What she got here? Fujisawa 1-2. Look at that. What a shot by
Good
Satsuki.
sweep.
And what a sweep. And that is 3 indeed. Is able to keep that shooter
Yeah, that was a great sweep.
playing the
Catching
right
that
weight.
guard. Just getting by. Great shot.
Played any harder, that shooter might just roll too far, but hits the perfect spot. And a 3-point for Japan. That should nearly clinch their spot in the quarterfinals, but we'll have 2 more ends to play.
OK そんな悪くないよ
Team Japan and Satsuki Fujisawa making a great double to score 3-8-2 lead.
ウエイトはほぼいいよ
It'd be very hard to see them losing this one now.
Well, that was a great sweep by Tyoshi.
OK
Japan even has their power play left, so they could give up a couple here. And they can use that power play in the 8th end, keep it open, try and control the game. So I'd say Japan wouldn't even mind giving up a 2 or a 3 here.
Yeah, I think they might. You might see them if it comes down to it, and they can give Scotland 1. Let's say. I think they'd be okay with that. And that way, they'd be able to use their power play playing 8.
Where are we?
Surely a
Back
1 would
4,
be
back 8.
Hey, well,
always a victory.
Yeah, I would think so. Yep.
Shot all game.
ちょっとタップ OK
相手 14.1。
OK さっき曲がってはいなかったけどどうですか
So a little bit of a roll off there is going to allow
俺の球さっき曲がって
Japan
な
the
かったけど
option to move this stone. Can't remove it from play, but we'll be looking to get it out of the 4-foot area.
いいよ。お、待って待って待って。お、フリー。
ウエイトいいよ
いいよ、ライもいいよ。フリー、イェッ。イェッ。イェッ。
10 10 11 10 11
Yep, 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 yep.
Nice shot there.
Nice.
It's a bit of a stagger. Pretty big difference between the ladies tonight. Or this morning, I should say, sorry. That's also being represented on the scoreboard.
Yep, line.
Line, on line. Wade's good. Yeah, go line 9.
Oh, no bounce. Oh, don't bounce.
いやー微妙だねガードタイム取る取るかどう
Might see a timeout, yep. Timeout now being called by Japan. So bring their coach to the ice.
後ろフィールドありかなと思って
They'll be looking to offer some advice on this shot, plus walk through the next few shots at the end, as they only get 1 timeout per game.
Might see them just peel the guard. I mean, you only have to really
相手多分それから一回狙うと思うんで
get a couple of Scotland rocks going.
そしたらまた球増えちゃうんで
今これここになってるけどね。赤。3番。こっち向いてるよ。
Could hit the back one.
こっちから当てたら多分ね1には触れると思う
So you're up 6, right? So even if you get 2 or 3, that's fine, right?
Yes
So what do you worry? What's the worry?
I think number 3.
これ。
Yeah, and then they're gonna come and tap. Yeah, and then you'll blast. Maybe up today. They tap that.
これ？
Maybe up today.
先
Maybe.
3ピール相手多分これ多分 NEXT
Yeah, if they split, you can throw top weight.
Yeah.
Not you can tap.
Yes
これ？
うん
OK。
スイープ
So just gonna peel the back yellow and let Scotland work and hope they get another chance or two to get some stones going.
And they're going to allow Scotland to try and maneuver things to better their position, which might, like you said, allow Japan an opportunity to blast some stones out.
Yeah, it's not It's sitting pretty nicely for Japan on the forefoot at the moment. Scotland is having a lot of work to do.
曲がら、はい。石の端狙う。いきます。Yep. Clean. Clean.
Timeout now for Scotland. Both teams with enough time to play the last 2 ends on their clocks, so this will be a, what do you think, coach, kind of timeout?
Could try and do this. Even though you're moving that one, just try and set up some angles.
Yeah.
So we leave this here. And even if it's leaving them lying short, it's still doing something. I just don't know how we're getting rid of this one.
Okay.
And just try to work out how we're meant to move both these before the end of the end.
Yep. I wondered about whether you need to run the red into
If
the
we
yellow.
run the red,
You're
they're
right.
spinning, you're probably never getting 2 max, and we need more than a 2.
Yep.
Because if we run the red, then our yellow's out there, they're just going to keep single
Are
hitting.
you lying second? Yeah, you are lying second.
Yeah, we're lying second, but...
If you come and draw around, they're just going to...
Yeah. My only other thought was maybe bump this up just to try and create angles, but I don't know how we're ever getting rid of this one, unless they leave us something.
Yeah, from up there I thought it was only like running the red really, but yeah.
So if we can bump this, maybe even if it bumps us back and sit here, they might hit and roll and leave us something off, but I think they'll
You
just
might
keep
even
clean
get a double
picking
in
it.
there as well.
Yeah.
I don't mind that. I think.
And even if I do, I try and bump it, even if I catch this, I'm probably... Or do you ever like maybe just trying to bump on this?
Well, that's what I was
Just
thinking.
create an angle on
You
that.
need to move something around, I think.
Do you think you're better coming
Yeah,
off this
move.
hand or this hand?
I'd come the other hand.
And even if I just come past and kind of
Yeah.
try and move things
Yeah.
about?
Yep.
Ideally catching the yellow first or the red, do you think?
Yellow, although if you come this way and you roll off
I
this way, you maybe leave an angle so that you've
Yeah,
got
I
the
think I
yellow
like
onto the
coming
red
this
that way,
side.
or maybe
Yeah,
leave
I
a
think
double.
just
So
try and do
actually, I
this.
think that way's better.
Yeah, I like this shot.
You've got the risk of
Just try and open it up, like
Yeah,
give
if you
yourself
run
some
that,
angles.
you're probably only getting
Yeah,
2 max.
create some angles.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want me to watch
Okay.
the line?
Yeah, just what, like backline weight?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like that.
And try and catch as much as you can, or
Yeah, it's going to be a really tight pass, but...
yeah.
Or do you like
Okay.
just back 8 weight even?
And catching that's not too bad.
Or do you think we need more than back 8?
Do you mind catching that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they want to try and play that top yellow. Just try to push if they can get it. It's tight by the guard, but I think they have to, in order to score more than one, I think they have to try and push it into the red. Try to spill the shooter so that they're sitting yellow in front of red on both sides here. And then they might have an opportunity to remove those reds.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to make sure we don't...
Yeah, you're good. Hide. And then you get the yellow. Yeah, you get the yellow first.
Oh, it needs to get tight past.
Yeah. I think you wanted to try and get as close
even
to
get
that
past.
guard as you could, just to try and leave that shooter in front of that other red one.
これじゃね
Not too bad though.
ちょっと薄いか
Looks a little better than it did before this shot.
First, I was like, that's what we're wanting.
No, I know that.
ロールの方がいいか
I was just kind of letting you know, but
So Japan is going to
あ、私投げた。
remove the one that they
投げ
can
た
see. Try to roll into the forefoot. Might leave Scotland with a chance to clear a couple. Maybe bring those 2 other rocks into play.
ちょっとロールしてこっちに当たっちゃう分には悪くないと思うんで、9点9秒狙うスマックして
うん、いいよ。
いや、やっぱりサッチャンスイップから 10.5
で、5。 手机哈。
Yep. Green. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. だってちょっとロールあるからね。ロールで、ロール、ロール、ロール、ロール。
Nice shot.
Making it really difficult for Scotland.
Yeah. That was a really good shot. Angles are really poor now for Scotland.
Nothing.
I don't either, but
Might leave something. You can try and get close to nose on that. Just
Yeah.
spin it to here. Spin that to there.
yeah, and then your shooter might leave
But
something.
this is
as
probably,
well.
you're probably never getting to nose, so this is probably just
I
sitting
know,
here.
yeah.
And then but this one sits here probably. You might have something.
Is there a
What
good
else is
shot?
there? Well, what else is there?
I know, I know. Go for that. Okay. What kind of weight?
Back line. Same as my last one. I'll curl more on this hand.
Could make a play on that one in the button area. It's pretty tight. Just try and get a draw in
A
there.
touch less maybe. Well, not that much
Hoping
less.
that you might be able to rearrange things on your last with a hit. But tough situation right now for Scotland.
Oh. Oh. Yeah.
It's not bad. Gives them something here.
これやって、
やられても
Kind of clutching at straws anyway
そうだ
Yep.
ね。
by this point.
Yep.
ここでこれやられたら、これが残
It
る。
was a
So
good
Japan will
point.
be okay with giving them 1 or 2 or even 3, as you heard Coach JD say in their
これや
timeout.
ってれば大丈夫。そしたら4個やられることある？これからズランっていかないの。
ぴったり。
ついてもいいし、押
ちょっ
し
と押しててもいいね
もこれそしたら相手。い
これじゃない？で、
や
バンバン。
そいやだからこれ押す。そしたらこれで一応4個ある可能性ある。これでしょ？そしたらこっちからって言ったらこれパワーある。これも可能性あるね。下がってた。あでも下がってたらないんだ。
ここまでじゃあ押す？
押した方がいいかもね。
OK。
まあでもね、8に入ってればいい。8より入ってればいい。
ここでいい？
Right now, Japan's just going to draw another in there.
I think they're okay if they tap that one in the top button back onto the yellow stone in the back of the 4, giving it a
こ
little
こ
bit
か
of
ら8
backing.
の間で投げれば大丈
Just
夫。
trying to
Yeah.
not set up something for Scotland on their last. Some kind of triple.
So right now, there might be a triple on the
ちょ
Reds.
っと曲がってたけどさっき。
Try and take that away. Put another rock in the pocket.
エクステーションつけた。はい。エクステーションつけたよ。
ないんだけ、ないんだけ。
いい？お、ない。幅あるよ。クリー。
植えたいいよ、ほぼいいよ。
外側からちょっと当たるよ。
8だな。ナイスショット。ナイス。ナイス。
So what is left for Scotland?
Can she nose that one really hard and spin those 2 out of the button? And
Get close to nose it huge.
They're just yeah. Coast to nose.
It's either that or. But I think this gives us a chance of a wee bit more.
Yeah.
Because this is probably stuff in there, but if you can just feather it, then this might not
Yeah,
spin.
I think we've got to go for it. This is not enough. So,
Just throw it and hope.
like,
Yeah, you're going to throw a rocket at it.
I'll try.
So you hair past the guard. I don't even know if it's there, to be honest, but
it might be there.
We'll try.
For how many?
For 2 for sure, I think. Depends what happens with a shooter. If they catch that one on the side as it goes by, doesn't have to move it out of play, just needs to chop off it a bit. She can hit this
逆にさ、ちょっと内側入っちゃう
just
と
about
赤のワンが黄色の
inside
ワ
a
ン
nose there, I think. Doesn't want to try and
Do you want to
overthrow
come
it.
sweep so you can get out? You need it.
It shouldn't make a difference.
Okay.
That's good chance of shooter will be outcounted by the red stone on the wing of the 4 foot. And the middle stone probably jams in the back. I'm not sure if it's really more than for 1, but I'd love to be proven wrong.
Yeah.
Getting close to that guard. Just takes it.
2. Well played, thank you.
That is 2 points for Japan and a win. Japan makes it through to the next round.
Well played.
They'll be in the quarterfinals.
Thank you so much. Well played.
ありがとうございました。
A very strong performance by Team Japan. They're just going from strength to strength, looking like a potential champion team. 10-2 final score. Taking a look around elsewhere in the round of 16 games, Norway is defeated by Russia 8-1. Sweden, China still ongoing, but it's China up by, Sweden up by 4. China with last stone in the 8th end. Finland clawing back on Korea with a power play 3 and a steal of 1 in the 7th, but Korea up by 2 with last stone. Of course, our game, Japan, Scotland, also coming to a conclusion. Japan winning 10-2. Fifth end. Scotland looking like a different team after the half-time break, using their power play, but Jane Sterling not able to finish it off with the nose hit for 2. Just spins too far. Just a single point for Scotland, still trailing Japan by 3. In the 6th end, Scotland lying 2. And Japan could very easily have drawn for 1, but Satsuki Fujisawa eyeing up the double. What a shot, what a sweep to sit and score 3. Take a 8-2 lead after 6 ends.
外に
You
当
need
たる
it.
It shouldn't make.
And in the 7th, Jane Sterling, the high, hard one, hoping to blast the Reds, but just takes the guard. Japan steals 2 in a final score, 10-2. Kimberly Tuck is ready to have a word with Team Japan coach JD Lind.
Congratulations, Coach JD. That was a solid win by your team today. The skip second combination seemed to be working out really well for the team. Was there any input for you as a coach going into nationals, how the teams were formed?
So we knew that Morozumi team and Fujisawa's team couldn't play the team national championship, so we paired them up so that they could play the Japanese mixed doubles. But they actually chose their teams. Like I had a little bit of say, but at the end of the day, they chose it, and I was really excited for this combination. I thought that this would be a really strong team, and sure enough, they did great in the Japanese championship, and they're doing great here.
You'll be taking on Korea in the next round of the playoffs. Anything you'll be discussing with the team in preparation for that game?
We'll just review this game really quickly. This game went really well, but the ice was definitely a little bit different, so they did a great job reading it, and I think a lot of the discussion will be around making sure that we understand the ice conditions for the next game, and yeah, if we play well, I think we'll have a good chance. So yeah, things are good right now.
Thanks a lot, JD. Have a great next game.
Thank you.
All games have come to a conclusion here in the Östersund Arena. First session of the round of 16 is now over. The second half of the round of 16 will be in the next session. So still a few more interesting games left from the Östersund Arena here and the World Mixed Doubles Curling Championship. Stay tuned.
Thank you.
ありがとうございました。